It was actually picking up the wrong microphone. Is this better? Okay. Yeah, I was picking up my webcam mic for some reason. Coco. Most people probably don't know that this guy was actually a really good StarCraft 1 player for a long time. From Panama or something. He's actually the reason my TVZ was my best matchup in StarCraft 1. We were on the same team together when we were both starting to get good, and no one else actually practiced that much. So we just ended up playing like 40 TVZs a day. So his CVT got ridiculous, and my TVZ got ridiculous relative to other matchups. I talked to him forever. Scrap station, you have to look for the barracks is here really quick with the Overlord. Otherwise it could be proxied. Otherwise the early game is pretty simple. It's a safe fast expansion versus anything except proxy 2 racks. And unfortunately there's no barracks there, so now it's annoying. Sending out an SCV at timing, it either means it's an all-in or he's just building the second barracks, which means it's around here. Since he has enough SCVs here, I know it's not proxy racks, so it might be 2 racks here, or it could be just a ridiculously fast expansion. I won't know which until my drone gets there. That was an SCV scout. I'm really confused. No, I think it's just 1 rack expansion. Yeah. It's kind of weird to have a depot in the wall here since you can do it with 3 barracks. It kind of invites a Baneling bus, but Baneling busts aren't that good. That's really, really weird. Generally, you'll have 2 more barracks there already. That means he's probably going for a really quick factory build. It means it'll either be Hellions, which is more likely because it's been really popular lately, or a quick reactor medevac, where he'll just run around with 2 medevacs and a bunch of Marines trying to kill shit. The only weird thing is the scrap station, so the close air distance means that the medevacs are slightly more likely than they normally are. But either way, it's not a particularly good build. It's hard to tell what she's doing, though. Oh, yeah, it's Hellions. Two spines and a number of wings pretty much nullifies the Hellion harass. It's really not meant to do damage. It's just kind of a, if Zerg fucks up, then you'll get to do damage, pretty significant damage. But it's so easy to block that generally it's just meant to get you map control and set you up while to make a bunch of tanks and Thors. So even though I've blocked this, I'm not really in great shape yet, because my third is really, really delayed, given the kind of economy he's taken. So as soon as I have the mules, I have to use them to get map control and take my third. Then I'll make a bunch of drones at once as soon as it finishes and hope he doesn't hit that timing. He actually didn't even get blue Hellion, so he wasn't even expecting to try and do damage. I just made like 15, 16 drones at once because, like I said, the fact that I took my third so late because this Hellions give him map control if you don't go roaches, that puts you behind economically. You can make up for that by making a ton of drones at once and immediately saturating your third base, but this does leave you vulnerable. So right now I'm basically just hoping he wasn't doing a two-base timing. The fact that he got an advantage really means that I have to take that risk or I won't be able to win in a long game. And it does seem that he's playing really defensively. That is the nice part. You really need time to build up that tank Thor backbone with this style. So it's not a terrible risk to make drones like that. And at this point it just becomes a normal ZVT. I work towards a fourth base, Infestors and Hive Tech while building up enough Mutiling Baneling to hold any kind of attack. And he's not designing his base very well. Unless he has a bunch of Thors in here, I can go kill those depots or make him defend it. I have a bunch of extra minerals because I got so many drones early. So I'm going to expand again. You can afford to wait a long time to start making wings because they build so quickly and they are relatively useless on a map like this because it's very hard to counterattack. Just the setup of the map, there's no backdoors or anything. So it's better to invest in drones and hatcheries for as long as you can. But around this time, he can start getting a dangerous army, or he has to take his third, one or the other. So it is useful to get Lings starting about now, especially since my third's mostly saturated. I've started my fourth base, and I'm heading towards Hive Tech. But really, his base is just so poorly designed, and he doesn't have any Thors here, that this is pretty much going to win me the game. Killing depots when Terran is doing essentially an all-in attack like this is really, really powerful, because it means they just can't reinforce. I messed up the magic box a little bit there, but it didn't really matter. He just didn't have enough units. Not sure why. That was kind of weird. He should have had more than that. I think what might have happened was he wasn't planning on doing a 2-base all-in. He was just going to build up a strong army and take his third kind of slow. But doing enough damage at the back of his base like that just kind of tilted him and caused him to do that attack when he wasn't really prepared for it. And because I was able to draw up a lot early, I just had a ton of units and I was able to overrun it. Oh, it's Phoenix. This is kind of nice. I've actually gotten 3 decent players so far. Usually it's just scrubs. It's too bad at this map, though. I hate this map for CVT. If it's close vertical positions, the pushes through the rocks are really, really hard to hold off. And otherwise it's still pretty easy for Terran to turtle up. And then it's a bunch of tiny passageways. So you have to play a really annoying counterattack style, unless you're way better than them. On the bright side, it is a pretty big map, so you get a pretty fast expansion unless they're proxy 2 barracks, and no one really does that, so you don't have to worry too much about going 15 hash on here. Another annoying feature of this map is there's really no good place to put your overlords. Behind the natural is kind of okay, but there's no way to really get access to their main unless you stick it up here, and I believe they can't hit it with Marines if they really want to. So scouting is even more difficult out here than normal CVT. It's good to send out an early drone to try and compensate for that, but if you don't find him first or second, he'll still have the walling completed before he gets there. It's inefficient to send out the drone early enough to guarantee scouting. Especially because they'll usually kill it off before it gives away anything besides 2 racks versus 1 racks, possibly Reaper. Phoenix does like Reapers quite a bit, but it's not a very scary opening anyway, so it's not something to worry about. Kind of weird to have not seen an SCV yet.